let me ask two rapid fire questions. You're only allowed to have 1 minute, and it's about predicting the future. Okay. Question 1. Vladimir Putin, when will he no longer be in office? And will he step down or be overthrown? What's your prediction and a brief explanation of that prediction? Now, nobody can predict the future, but what's your sense now? Some people are saying the pressure is building. He's going to be overthrown or step down at the end of this year. And some people say surely he's going to outlast Stalin's rule of 30 plus years.
No evidence of a coup yet. None whatsoever. Yet. He's pretty much at life expectancy for a Russian male. Those are bad numbers. He's, 69? Going to be 70. So he's lived the life of a Russian male already, but he's got better doctors than the majority of the Russian males in that, let's say, comparison set. So he could live a very long time with good doctors. So there could be a coup at some point, but there's none today in evidence. He could go because he's reached the life expectancy, or he could stay for a long time. The thing to watch about this is an organization that nobody pays attention to, the FSO, the Federalная служба охраны, which is the Praetorian Guard, the self-standing bodyguard directorate, the only organization in Russia that has any access to him. We've seen no disloyalty, no breaking of ranks, no defections, nothing in the public realm in open sources about any divisions or problems in the FSO, in the Praetorian Guard. So if you can't break that, change that, illicit defections there, you can't overturn him. So authoritarian regimes, Lex, they're terrible. They fail at everything. They can't feed their people. They have trouble achieving any goals. They only have to be good, however, at one thing. They only have to be good at the complete suppression of political alternatives. If you can suppress political alternatives, you can fail at everything else, but you can survive as an authoritarian regime. So you watch Navalny.
That's question
still
number
alive.
2. That's
okay,
my
Lex,
question
you
number
go for
2.
It.
That's the second rapid fire question is what happens to Navalny? What are the possible conclusions of what you said, quite possibly the second most influential, powerful figure in Russia? Is he going to die in jail? Will he become the next president of Russia? Well, what are the possible...
I wish I knew, Lex. I've been surprised that he's still alive. I've been worried that he will be killed in prison in a staged fight. Some a security officer, prison guard, puts on a prison outfit, takes a lead pipe, goes into the cell. They have a, quote, fight, and Navalny is killed. I've been afraid of that, but he's still alive, even though he's serving a long sentence. So that leads me to guess that people inside the Putin regime and maybe President Putin himself understand that Navalny is their ticket to lift sanctions. That Navalny is even more popular outside of Russia than he is inside of Russia. He's the leader in many ways of the political opposition in the country. Even while still in prison, his organization's been destroyed. But he doesn't have majority support in the population by any stretch of the imagination. But he's a big figure in the West, including here in the U.S. And so Navalny could be their ticket, their kind of get out of jail card, meaning they release him from prison. He gets appointed, prime minister, even by the Putin regime, if he were willing to accept such a position. And I have my doubts about that. And then that's how they lobby to remove the sanctions against them. So he's a card that President Putin could play. And so maybe that's the reason he's still alive. or maybe there are other reasons that we don't know. And so some alternative to Putin is more likely to arise inside his gang, Putinskaya Shaika, as they say, right inside his gang, where they tire of his mistakes, they tire of his self-defeating actions, and they say patriotically for Russia, we need to do something move against this guy because he's hurting our country and also because I could do better. I'm ambitious as well as patriotic. But once again, the problem there, Lex, is Putin is surrounded by this cocoon known as the FSO. He meets on Zoom predominantly with the rest of the government, including with the defense and security officials. They don't have frequent access to his person. And as you were alluding earlier to the pandemic, they have to quarantine for 2 weeks before every meeting with him. And moreover, Lex, they don't know where he is. You see, when they're on Zoom with him and the room, it's the Valdai. His office in the Valdai region looks the same as his office in Sochi or his office outside of Moscow in Nova Ogaryova. They're made up to look very similar on Zoom. And sure, some signs they're looking, where is it? But maybe they don't know. And so you're going to move on him and you're going to jump him in his Kremlin, his dacha outside Moscow. And it turns out he's in Sochi or vice versa. And it turns out the FSO is loyal to him and won't let you anyway. So, Lex, we don't know, but we watch this FSO really closely. And we think that the elites, if not Putin, but maybe Putin too, understand Navalny as a really big potential political card that they could play.